What's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some Pokemon Showdown today in the Zero Use tier. And using this team, I made around Grassy Seed Jumpluff. I've used Jumpluff a couple times. It's been back all of Gen 9, I believe, but it wasn't in Gen 8, so we hadn't had it for a couple years. And Jumpluff's always been one of my favorite Pokemon. You can get it pretty early in Gen 2, and it goes from Hoppip into this thing, and the middle stage is Skip Bloom. I don't know, it's one of those evolutions that, I mean, it kind of makes sense to me, but like, I remember first when I see it, I was like, oh, this thing looks awesome. And I remember using it in like Gen 2 playthroughs and wondering why it never did a whole lot. Old to realize eventually when I did find out what its stats were, I was like, oh, this makes sense why it's not doing a whole lot of damage because it's got horrible attacking stats. But it actually can do some stuff offensively still. So got this kind of fun team and fun set with it. Let's go over it real quick and then we'll get into the game. So basically the idea is we're pairing it with Grassy Terrain and Grassy Seed, which gets consumed when we're holding or when the Grassy Terrain is active, which means then we will have no item. So acrobatics will be at 2 times power, the 110 base physical stab acrobatics, which Jumpluff really needs since it's got base 55 attack. We also have Sword Stance to boost our attack. And then for our other 2 moves, could go with like Seed Bomb, and I was gonna go with that initially, but Seed Bomb, if you look at it, it's base 80 power and is our strongest physical grass move that we could use. And even at +6, that thing, that doesn't even one-shot a Sandaconda or a Regirock 100% of the time, I'm pretty sure, which is kind of crazy how bad that is. And because of that, I thought instead of trying to get more coverage moves, let's just go with some more utility moves, and we can kind of make this Jumpluff like a revenge killer, pretty, I think, better into offense than it would be maybe like bulkier guys. Like, we're not going to be able to hit Regirock or Sandaconda super effectively. We could encore them into moves and be disruptive that way still. And same with like versus an Earthworm. I guess the grass move doesn't really make this have better coverage versus that, but we can encore and be disruptive, and then along with versus other bulky setup sweepers. And if they're not resisting acrobatics is way stronger than C-Bomb anyways. So, and then for our last move, we're going with Synthesis. I was going to go with Strength Sap, and that might be better, but in my head, I'm thinking Synthesis gives us the more reliable recovery against special attackers. And sometimes there's guys where Strength Sap, you don't want to hit them with that because you're going to drop their stat and you're going to give them a raise. If they have like Defiant or Competitive or Contrary, you're going to be giving them an attack raise. So I kind of like Synthesis over Strength Sap for that. And again, into special attackers, and as you can see, we're going with Terra Fire. We are faster than stuff like Charizard and Typhlosion. Unfortunately, we're slower than like the Sneasels, we're slower than Whimsicott, Floatzel, speed tying with Dodrio, all these guys, Grafai. But with Terra Fire, we could take on like a Charizard or something and Synthesis to heal if we need to, or SD and try and boost. They're not using their physical attack, so Strength Sap doesn't really reduce their damage, and Synthesis will be able to heal. And same with versus Shaman, I was thinking maybe, because then we 4 times resist grass, being grass flying. If they do have Air Slash, that's not going to be fun, and they probably do, but yeah, that's the idea with these 4 moves. Grassy Seed too, it is a one and done thing, but the defense raise doesn't really make a whole big of a difference sometimes, so we can always kind of go thwacking a Jumpluff early, and it's not too big of a deal if you lose the Grassy Seed defense raise. It is nice to have. We actually do have good special defense, but sometimes it's really not going to make a difference in setting up later on. So yeah, we're going to be an attacker, going to be disruptive, and try and do what we can with a guy who has base 55 attack. And then for our ability and Terra type, last thing, I'm going with Chlorophyll instead of Infiltrator, just because if guys are using Sub, Reflect, Light Screen, Safeguard, Mist, Aurora Veil, we can encore them into those moves or a setup move potentially. And I thought it'd be kind of cool, especially if we run into Sun, if we had Chlorophyll, because then we would be 100% faster than all of their Chlorophyll users, where I believe the fastest Chlorophyll user in Zero Use, I don't know if there's any Chlorophyll users faster. Let me see before I am super confident. Okay, there's Whimsicott, but if we're not finding Whimsicott with Chlorophyll, which we probably shouldn't be, they should always have Prankster if they're on Sun, and they'll be the Sunsetters like Scoville, and we'll be able to outspeed them and hit them with the 110 base power stab acrobatics. So I thought that'd be kind of funny, and especially when combined with Terra Fire, which I think is decent for us anyways. you know, then we resist their fire moves, resist their grass moves, still be immune to Will-O-Wisp as well. So yeah, that's Jumpluff. I haven't had a whole lot of time to test the team, but I've used Jumpluff in the past and used it with seeds and stuff, and I think it'll be pretty decent. And then from there, we just got kind of a standardish grassy terrain team, a little bit of different stuff here and there, but pretty straightforward. We have a choice Bandit Thwacky. We went with an Adamant nature, so we will be slower than a Mesprit, but I kind of like Adamant for the power. I don't really know if it makes a big difference, to be honest, though, so maybe Jolly would be better, so then we'd Speed Tie. But just going with the 4 attacks, I usually go with Wood Hammer and Grassy Glide for priority, and then knock off to remove items, U-turn to pivot, and Terra Grass to boost your grass moves even more. Then we got a rock type. I was going to go with maybe Golem or Regirock. I was even looking at Sudowoodo, but I think Rhydon is just nice to have, especially with Lightning Rod and the ability to Terra to then lose our weaknesses as a ground rock type and then have that electric immunity. And also because Rhydon has the Eviolite, and with Grassy Terrain it actually has that passive recovery, whereas like Regirock already has leftovers, Golem could hold leftovers, Sudowoodo, who knows what that guy would do, but Rhydon really benefits from the terrain because it usually doesn't have passive recovery, and it has it with the terrain, and it still gets to hold the Eviolite, which will give it the 1.5 times defenses. And not speed creeping or anything on this one, we're just going with the max Spadef with the attack and the jump point. High horsepower instead of Earthquake because Earthquake is weakened because of the terrain being up, and then Rock Blast for the multi-hitting move. And instead of Roar, going with Sword Stance because we do have Encore on Jumpluff, and we do have another guy who can kind of prevent setup on the team. So instead of like phasing, I kind of want to have another guy to potentially boost and do damage, since Jumpluff is Jumpluff. So also, in case you don't know, Unburden is banned in Zero used. So the whole Seed Acrobatics combination that is like more common in higher tiers, you can still do it down here, but you just can't do it with Unburden. So Jumpluff being a flying type and having acrobatics and being fast, it's kind of cool that it can still pull it off without Unburden. Obviously that 55 attack isn't great. Then we got Quillfish. I've never used a Choice Scarf one of these, or I don't think I have at least, and I wanted to try it. I've seen a lot of people using it. So Quillfish, Thwacky can be like a wall breaker and a revenge killer, and Rhydon obviously resistances are great for Jumpluff and Thwacky, but Thwacky obviously can't hit like, you know, fire types or stuff that resists grass, can't revenge kill those things, and Jumpluff can. So we can hit like those things like Charizard or Typhlosion, like I already mentioned, but even the Sneasels we can hit for not super effective damage, but not resisted damage. I don't know if, I think we might be two-shotting them, I'm guessing. Unfortunately, they're, I think, both going to be immune to our Intimidate, which isn't great, but we do resist Poison, Fighting, and Ice. Don't resist Dark, but we can maybe flip turn out, pivot on them, weaken them. I don't know. Quillfish is just a nice revenge killer, and it can pivot, and it can do the spikes thing still, and it has some utility in Intimidate. So I like it for its typing, and it's kind of got like a bunch of things it can do. We'll see if it's any good. Maybe if his F1 would be better, I could see it. But without Quillfish, we actually don't have a whole lot of speed besides for Jumpluff. So I mean, these guys aren't slow, but they're not going to be boosting their speed. So I kind of like the Jumpluff, or the Quillfish, the Scarf Quillfish. Yeah, and then we got Magmortar. It's kind of supposed to be like a stall breaker or just special wall breaker for the team. Instead of, I was going to go with maybe Flame Charge, but I don't think especially with the Scarf Quillfish, we do have some speed on Jumpluff too. I think Taunt is probably better for Magmortar. I'm not 100% sure, but the idea is maybe we can prevent guys from Synthesis or Recover or Roost, any of those recovery moves, and just keep things low, so then we can wear things down and eventually pick up KOs that, well, maybe we wouldn't be able to break through guys like Diplin. I don't know how we're going to deal with, but if we can taunt them to prevent them from recovering, or encore them and prevent them from just phasing guys or setting up, I think that'll be our best bet to beat those. Then we just got Fire Blast for our strongest spammable, Fire Stab, Scorching Sands, and Thunderbolt for coverage. We can hit a Lantern with Scorching Sands, and then we can hit like Cramorant with Thunderbolt and other water types. Cherry Ground boosts the Scorching Sands too, and there was something else I was thinking Scorching Sands could be nice for, I think. I can't remember. Maybe other fire types? I'm not 100% sure, but pretty good moves. We have Heavy Duty Boots. I was thinking maybe a damage boosting item or something else could be cool because we do have Terrain for recovery, but I mean, you can't go wrong with boots a lot of the times. And Flame Body is actually kind of a nice ability. If we can get it to activate, of course, we get that burn on guys. So that's Magmortar. And the last guy is a Spinner. I wanted to have a Spinner, and it's also able to be a pivot and be some another guy who can knock off items. So Morpeko can do it all. We have heavy duty boots because it's our spinner and we don't want it to take hazards as we're trying to spin. Parting shot is a really nice pivoting move and can make it so we take less damage switching into whoever we go into. And with the grassy terrain, then we can get some passive recovery in addition to that. Then we just got knock off and then aura wheel, which is a really scary move if you can get it going. Changes between electric and dark, and then it also boosts your speed. So something though to note, I'm pretty sure I know how this works now. After you use this move, you change forms, but if you Terra, you stop changing forms. You just stay in whatever form you're gonna be in. So if you're gonna Terra dark and you're wanting to use aura wheel, you definitely want to make sure it's a dark aura wheel, or you're just going to be clicking knockoff for your strongest dark move. This won't go, I don't think it changes between, I don't think Morpeko changes between forms once you Terra. So this thing is pretty fast too. It is squishy as crap though. And but yeah, I think the team, it looks pretty good. We got a fire, water, grass core. We got a rock type to resist like poison, fire, flying. A lot of the things that our 2 grass types here are weak to. Cool Fish kind of does the same thing. Got a good thing to take on ice types a little bit. Ice types are still scary, but yeah, we got a game right away. So let's go. Looks like it could be Trick Room. We got Carbink, Porygon, and a Lonely Executor that can all get up the Trick Room. And Berserker, who can work well with the Trick Room. I think Girder could too. I mean, Luxray and Girder can both be like scary guts attackers potentially, but I'm guessing this is Eviolite. If it is Trick Room, this might have the Mental Herb, so like Tom won't do anything to it. Also, I think Encore won't work either. Either way, our Taunter doesn't really want to go in versus it. Maybe we lead Thwacky and just pivot. Giving them the terrain doesn't sound great for their grass moves on this, but we could go Jumpluff and Synthesis after they Draco and we resist the grass move, but if they have Flamethrower, that could be scary too. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of this. Just to get the train up for our guy. And if they lead this, like, we could threaten them with the big grass move. Or we just go for the pivot. If they do switch into something, I think this guy doesn't even have that much HP, so we shouldn't take that much recoil, right? Carbink. Let's just hit him with the Wood Hammer, because this thing can be annoying. All right, we knock him down to Sturdy. And they do have the Trick Room. All right. Unfortunately, we don't have a Prankster Encore or Taunt. So now they're going to be faster than us. I kind of don't want to just knock them out and give them something. So I think maybe we go Cool Fish or Rhydon. Yeah, they don't have hazard control. Hello. Yeah, then we go right on our Quillfish. Let them get up a hazard, and if they want to switch into one of their guys, they're going to have to hard switch or sacrifice this thing. So, is there somebody we need to like keep super healthy? Probably Rhydon. Let's just go Quillfish. It's scarfed anyways, which could be a problem, actually, but... Or we just flip turn now. No, I want to get up a spike. All right, cool. They explode. Get up a spike. They don't see leftovers. Maybe they think that's leftovers, but they could know we're scarfed based on not seeing. Oh wait, no. These guys usually don't have leftovers. What am I saying? Okay. Yeah, they're usually helmet and stuff or damage boosting item. Well, do we just go for another spike and sacrifice this thing? Intimidate could be nice for these guys. We could switch into... I don't know if Jumpluff can live a hit, actually. I think we just spike and hope for the best. Okay, they go for sub. I think we risk the Jumpluff now and hard switch into it. If they go for a boost, then we can encore. They Giga Drain, we will encore into that. Nice. And we can heal, even though they're behind the sub, because we have Synthesis instead of Strength Sap, which is kind of cool. I think we just go for the Synthesis. All right, Luxray comes out. All right. They got the flame orb. We're not taking a hit. That's not gonna happen. I kind of want to save this. We could go. We just need to start doing damage, and I think we can. Now that we have the spikes up, we can just kind of start firing off attacks. If we can get the Magmortar in, that's probably the best thing to do. So maybe do we just sack this actually? Or we could go Quillfish. Sacrifice Quillfish instead. Quillfish honestly is going to be doing more damage than this, so maybe we just... You know, let's test Jumpluff's bulk. Let's see, can we survive a hit? Oh, we can! And maybe they could miss that too. Let's Synthesis, we'll resist now. Ah, damn it, they went for the Ice Fang. Alright. Well, we can go Magmortar and kill him with the Scorching Sands. And if Porygon comes out, we go for the Taunt. They go Girder. I think we can safely Fire Blast. That should do it KO. Alright, we get knocked. They get burned, so now they have a stronger Mach Punch versus us. Scorching Sand should kill, though. We can still taunt. And that's definitely what's going to happen. They get the attack raise, which is better for us. Nice, and now we just click buttons. We just have to prevent this guy from meeting up Trick Room. We could survive one Stealth Rocks thing. We could switch into like Thwacky or something here. I don't think we're gonna kill anything though. I think we just go for Fire Blast. Try attack, and we're dead. Now we go. They've not terrored yet, have they? If we go Thwacky and go for the grass move, then they get to get this in. But I don't know if this thing has Trick Room. It has Sub. Honestly, I think we just go into this and click Wood Hammer. This should die. I don't know if this has Trick Room or not. I think we switch into this. Let's see. We're just gonna sacrifice it. It does have Trick Room. All right, so it has Giga Drain too. Well, let's go for the Gunk Shot. Okay. No, we miss. Well, that's not good. If we could at least have had him not behind a sub, then we can Terra Poison Rhydon. Right, we're dead. Trick Room, Giga Drain. Because on the positive side, they don't have unlimited turns. Oh, it's all good. I think Morpeko could maybe. Morpeko plus Thwacky could maybe beat that. So I think we go into this, Terra Poison, and then maybe Swords Dance. Or just go right for the Rock Blast. No, we're gonna Swords Dance. Let's see what happens. Flamethrower. Okay. And now Rock Blast. I think this might work out. Okay, we don't break it. Oh, we do break it. And how many? It broke after the first or second? I don't know. Ooh, and they have Bataille Berry. And then they harvested the Bataille Berry. I think we're okay though. And then we can just go for this. Let's go. And now it's just the Berserker. They've not terrored though, have they? Let's go for this. Let's see. We could maybe live a hit. Oh, we do. Oh, that's sick. I think I saw someone using Gyro Ball. GG on this. I saw a Pokepaste somewhere, or maybe it was just a thumbnail. But Jumpluff was pretty nice. It shut down the Executor the first time. It kind of weakened the Luxray for Magmortar to come in, and then Magmortar prevented Trick Room and took out Girder. Or for Rhydon to come in and not lose, even though we missed the Gunk Shot, which I thought Rhydon maybe could take this thing on, but it really depended on what their second attack was, and it worked out, I guess. In the end, Giga Drain, Flamethrower. I mean, it makes sense. Grass Fire is really good coverage. All right, we got one. They got some scary stuff. They've got their Quillfish as well. Then we got the Metacham, Frostmoth. Grass is, I mean, who do they have for grass resist? These two at the ends. Excuse me, but Jumpluff's actually pretty good against both of those. They don't have a good flying resist. They don't have the Regirock. They don't have the Orthworm, so that's good. We're also immune to Scorching Sands from the Pylo Sands, so we can't be burned with that at least. Thwackey does have speed stuff. Could be pretty good lead. Their Quillfish is actually kind of annoying. Especially if it's like offensive. Don't have a water or poison resist. I think let's lead Thwackey and go from there. Alright, they lead with the Quillfish. Their ability activates first. That tells us they're scarfed. That's how that works, right? So I think maybe we just go into the Rhydon or our own Quillfish. Right? Rhydon, we kind of want it to be healthy for Snorlax. I mean, he could even take hits from this. They're just going to pivot probably though, so I think let's just go Quillfish so we can pivot ourselves. I wouldn't be surprised if they pivoted at least. Alright. Now do we spike? Oh shit. Alright, they're Sword Stance. I thought they'd be maybe not. I didn't know. We can go into Jumpluff and Encore. Thwackey might be able to kill them. I don't know if it could from full though. Should I risk Jumpluff? We could go Rhydon, Terra Poison, and be able to take them on that way. They also have Aqua Jet, which probably kills more Pico now. Let's maybe sack more Pico. Oh, we could have gone Jumpluff and Encored. All right, we're probably dead to Aqua Jet now. I think we just go for knockoff to weaken them. If they do Terra Water, then our Thwackey could kill them. Hopefully. Are they life orbed? They're not. Okay, I think Thwackey could kill then. Hopefully. Quillfish. Maybe they're Mystic Water. Grassy Glide kills. Aqua Jet at +3. We're not dead. Okay, that's good. 10 with a Grassy Glide. I don't think we need a Terra. Yeah, I should have probably just went for the flip turn myself. All right. Then we'll go into Quillfish, I think. I mean, we could go into Jumpluff. We have our Seed still, though, so our Acrobatics won't be as strong. But maybe it would be better to go into it than Quillfish and let Quillfish get weakened, so. All right. And now we could double back. Maybe they fear the flying move. Go back into Thwackey. Maybe they go Pylo Sand, I don't know. All right, cool. Now we can go for the big grass move. We would take a lot of recoil though. Or we actually go Jumpluff and go for the SD. Let's U-turn. Okay. We do see their helmet. I don't know. Let's try this. We have no hazards. We know. Yeah, we have no hazards up. I don't know. Let's see. SD. Sludge Bomb. No. Damn it. All right. Well, if they didn't have that, that would have been better for us. If they just had the Shadow Ball. But actually seeing how much that did, Shadow Ball probably would have done too much too. Well, I mean, I could Encore him, I guess, into that and then go Rhydon and Swords Dance. I don't think we're going to do enough to this quickly. Rhydon could take hits from stuff, though. We don't have too many train turns left. I'm at Acrobatics and see how much we do. All right, 39. Do they just heal? All right, they Shadow Ball. Okay. I don't think Magmortar kills. Thwacky could probably kill now with Woodhammer. I think this might be our best bet. I mean, I was off to a pretty rough start. All right, Decidueye comes in. That does decent damage. They're just gonna be able to pivot though. We go into our Quillfish now. All right. And Metachan comes out. We can almost kill them with Gunk Shot. Part of me thinks just going for a spike would be better, but I don't want to make that mistake again. So I think we should just go for the water move. And now they should be dead to the Grassy Glide for sure. All right, Pylosane comes in. Whoa, that does a lot of damage, but yeah, we're taking recoil. All right. Decidueye comes out. We could sacrifice this, then go all-in with Rhydon, but Terra Poison, then we're weak to their Psychic move. I guess our Magmortar does outspeed them, but Magmortar isn't great against the Snorlax. Maybe we sacrifice Magmortar now and then go Rhydon. All right. Send a Fire Blast. I mean, they could just go Snorlax every time. I guess we could hit him with the Taunt. Getting paralyzed on Rhydon isn't something that we really want to happen, though. Body Slam. Burn? Okay, no burn. We go Rhydon. I think we go for the SD, and this guy resists rock. This guy resists everything. I think, are slower than them also, even if they're 0 speed. Decidueye. Defog. Yeah. Well, which does more? They're both resisted. Probably this. We can go for a Terra Poison. Maybe they're Choice Scarfed and then we don't die. But we have no recovery right now. I think we just go for this. Especially considering that could happen. To be honest, there's no reason for them, I don't think, not to just click it though. I mean, they could pivot into something, sacrifice it, and then finish us off with something else. We don't even kill. Definitely just go for that. But yeah, Metacham. Would Metacham kill it? Probably is pretty close. And we can take that. Yeah, I don't think there's a world where Thwacky though can clean up, but if I made a better decision to start with, we would have had like some other things. But I said it right away. The Quillfish is I don't know. I was a little scared, and I made a bad decision. I'll start looking for one in case it. Actually, I have to pee. We'll wait. All right, in comes the Snorlax. Pretty big damage. Ooh, now they're faster than us. But I don't think Grassy Glide would have killed everything else anyways. I don't think it even kills this. It's definitely the best move to go for. Yeah. GG's. Alright, they got a sick team. They got the Sudowoodo. And they got the Vikavolt, Mesprit. They got some couple defoggers, sticky webs, couple hazard setters. Sudowoodo gets spikes now, I think, too. Magmortar is nice versus their Vikavolt as a lead. Otherwise, Thwackey, I think, is just a better lead. So I think let's lead Thwackey. Lead Cramorant. We will one-shot them. But based on them leading with this, I'm guessing they might be fast. Like max speed, even. So... maybe we just go into more Pico on the Hurricane, possibly. Thinking they're like offensive, you know? Okay, they surf just to get their Gold Missile activated. Well, I think it's fine if we have to sacrifice this, so I think we just go for the knockoff. Should do enough. Let's just make sure. Cram. Yeah, it would do enough. And we actually don't... wait, no. Do we die? What is gold? How much does Gold Missile do? Gold Missile. Is it a quarter? It is a quarter. So we're just out of range. So they have to attack us here. So I think we go for the... we actually go for the Ore Wheel here. Then we'll knock off the following turn. We don't want to remove their item yet. Oh, wait. We get paralyzed. Wait, no. We don't get paralyzed. Okay, cool. Now we're going to get paralyzed, but... I think that's fine. We could finish him off with a flip turn from Quillfish here, and then get in Magmortar, maybe. I think flip turn will kill. I think they are just the offensive one. Let's see. Quillfish, Cram, 0 HP. Yeah, we'll kill. So we're gonna get paralyzed, but I don't know. Maybe it would have been better not to be paralyzed on this. I was kind of thinking maybe it doesn't matter though, but that's all right. Oh yeah, I was also thinking I kind of wanted to check and see Jumpluff versus Piloswain's Shadow Ball, just to see if we actually could set up on that thing. That's a lot better than Sludge Bomb doing 50% and poisoning, so all right, kill him, get paralyzed, and then is it Magmortar or is it Thwackey? I think it's Magmortar because we have a good matchup into these three. Not as good versus Flareon and the Sudowoodo, but like we have Scorching Sands for them. We outspeed all that stuff, so. Okay, Sudowoodo. We have no spinner anymore. If we could get in the Jumpluff, we could do some work with it. Maybe we go Rhydon and get up our own rocks. That would put Vikavolt in range of a +2 acrobatics. Can conserve this. All right, they're smashing us with their freaking head. Do we know anything off based on that? Sudowoodo. They're rock head. We know that. To our Rhydon. They did 17. All right, so they could have Wood Hammer. What if we doubled right now into Jumpluff? I'm gonna do it. If they have Wood Hammer, they'd go for it. Then we can encore them into that. Maybe they go for rocks even. And if they do that, we could beat them with Jumpluff too. Okay, they go to Decidueye. Huh. I'm gonna Sword Stance. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is not going to be as good against the Sudowoodo now. Maybe I should have just won for the acrobatics right here. Yeah, that was silly. We could have just killed this and then that would have been nice for Rhydon. So that was silly. Maybe they're going to fear the grass move though. But we know they have Rockhead because they didn't take recoil from Head Smash. Yeah, it does half recoil. Yeah, I should have just killed this. Whoops. We could sacrifice Quillfish. I guess the one positive thing is our seed has been consumed, but again, I didn't need to go for Sword Stance. I could have just killed this. Did I start the timer? I did not. Alrighty, well, Jumpluff could have been better. Could have killed that thing right there if I, you know, hit the damage button. All right, we are up against an awesome team. They have Kubfu. I've seen this guy a couple times when I'm like filtering to try and look at guys to add and stuff to the teams. I don't know what this guy has exactly. I don't think it has any, you know, signature moves of the other guys, but it probably can use the EVLA, right? Let's see, Kubfu. Does it show that it evolves like Kubfu? NFE? Yeah. Does it have a pass set? No. 90 attacks, not bad. Inner focus is its only ability. I'll have to see what it does. But they also have Aurora Veil, so that's a little bit of a problem. We don't have Infiltrator in case we ran into Sun, but we could Encore the Abomasnow and be a little annoying that way. I think maybe we'd lead with the Magmortar. Or Quillfish. I kind of like Magmortar though. We outspeed this thing and probably almost could kill it. So I'm just going to Fire Blast. All right, they're Choice Scarfed. Good to know. They're dead, so that's good. That's pretty cool. Okay, Miss Magius comes out. Morpeko may resist Ghost, but it has really bad defense. I didn't really want to lose this thing yet, but let's see. Can Morpeko just live Miss Mag? Can it just live a Dazzling Gleam? It can't even live a Dazzling Gleam unboosted. I wanted this to one-shot the Abomasnow. I also could knock this thing down to its sturdy real easy. But I think this is fine. Just Fire Blast. Let's see, do they have Life Orb? No? Okay. Okay. Terrafire Jumpluff actually could allow us to like set up on the Abomasnow, but then this is a problem. And it has boots, so hazards aren't really going to help versus it. If we go Morpeko right now, we get Aura Wheel or knock off into Aura Wheel. I don't think that kills Abomasnow. But we'd get some big damage on it or something. So I think we go for the knockoff into Aura Wheel. Double Dark move. All right, this should die. Okay, cool. Got rid of their Wise Glasses. Now we have the Dark move. They have the wrong ability, or this is intentional. I think it has to be intentional, because I think it defaults to Snow Warning. So they have Soundproof, which means Parting Shot they're immune to, which is kind of cool. We're faster than this guy, right? Yeah, so we probably want to keep this. What do they have? Grass? What is their ice move? Ice Shard? We could go into Quillfish. I'm kind of just tempted just to sack this. I mean, even though it is good versus this thing, I don't know what to expect from this guy. Let's just do some big damage. Cool. And they SD. All right. So they do have Ice Shard. Our Quillfish will be able to kill them with Gunk Shot. Which isn't a good move to lock into, though. What if we could sacrifice Thwackey here? No, Thwacky's better versus Avalugg. I was thinking we could sacrifice Thwackey, then go Jumpluff, but that seems silly. Then we have to go this. I think we have to Gunk Shot. We are set up fodder now for Oricorio. And we don't have Roar. They go Muck though. I think Quillfish could help us to beat the Avalugg, so I think we can go Rhydon. We get knocked. They don't have Sticky Hold. They have Poison Touch. I think maybe we just go for damage. We could SD. But I think High Horsepower and Rock Blast might be better. Alright, cool. We just get to hit this. That's pretty good damage. I think our Jumpluff or Quillfish plus Thwackey might be able to beat this. Or we go Quillfish now. You know, we go Quillfish. We should go Quillfish now. And then we can spam the water move. Let's see. Do we kill this with the water move? Like right now? Or do we have to Terra? Say they're this one. We don't. We still don't kill 100% of the time, so. Well, that was a crit. Oh, and we're not dead. Well, let's see if they are Custap. Let's see. Nope. All right, in comes Muck. Must have Shadow Sneak. Doesn't have Shadow Sneak. Drain Punch. Ooh, we could Encore them into that. But we have not consumed our seed. Yeah, we're not going to be doing as much to their Oricorio without our seed being consumed. We can go Thwackey into Rhydon, or we just go Rhydon. I think we probably just go Rhydon. Jumpluff could maybe survive a hit and just finish them off if we've already weakened the Oricorio. So I think that's what we do. And I think we just High Horsepower this. I know they could switch, but it's just like a little bit of poison damage that we're going to take. And now... Well, they could be Terra Ground, but if they Terra Ground, then they're dead to Thwackey, so... Cool. Do we die to poison? Well, Rhydon just kills them. And we do die to the poison. Cool. I think we go for knockoff because... Actually, what is stronger? I don't even know. With the train and stab and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, Wood Hammer is stronger. If we Terra Grass, it says we could kill him. I just kind of want to do that. Let's go Thwackey. This guy's a wall breaker. All right, Jumpluff didn't hit the field, but it was right there. It would have done it if Thwackey needed a little bit more help. Let's go. All right, we got another chance here. I think we lead with the Thwackey again. I mean, now we know what this is, so that's good. I think this is Scarfed Metacham. We know this is Sludge Bomb Pylo Sand. Yeah. Yeah, Morpeko is faster than them. They're Terra Water. I think I like the idea of Thwackey. Cool. I think we can one-shot them. We're not 100% sure, though. Thwackey to Metacham. It's just, do we want to Terra this thing? We have a chance to. A 62% chance to KO them. we go right into Jumpluff. Let's see, Jumpluff with the terrain. We're dead to Ice Punch, which actually they could go for. Or we go into Quillfish, but if they send a Headbutt, we're dead to that. Or we Terra, and then we could potentially lose this, but this is pretty freaking good. I kind of want to just do this and maybe we can get rid of them. Thank God. All right, cool. And we didn't lose Thwacky this way. Yeah, I mean, we'll do a lot to these guys. And then this guy's got bad physical defense, even though it resists. And then Decidueye. That's crazy. Thwacky does so much damage, man. All the modifiers. Does Grassy Glide increase in power as well? I mean, obviously because it's a grass move, but no, it just gets priority. I didn't know if it was one of those moves that also got like rising voltage with double in power, right? All right. I think maybe we go Jumpluff here. Get rid of our seed. It's kind of irrelevant. They just pivot. In comes Quillfish. I think we just go for... We can go for an or we can go for an Acrobatics and then Encore. Or we go into our own Quillfish and just kind of punch them. Let's see. Quillfish versus Quillfish. Let's give them our Intimidate. Our Gunk Shot, it says it's a 3-hit KO. 4-hit KO because of leftovers or terrain and leftovers, but I don't think they had leftovers. So yeah, it's we can't tear the Rhydon, which is what I did last time, which actually was pretty good, even though I lost a bunch of guys pretty quick. If I go for the Acrobatics then Encore, like maybe ISD then Encore. Or I go Quillfish and Flip Turn, and then we Encore. With Jumpluff. I like that better. I could see him just Gunk Shotting, you know? Alright. And then we Gunk Shot ourselves or Flip Turn, or I mean Liquidation. We just need to weaken them, right? Also, if we pivot, then they can... I think we just Skunk Shot. Classic. Alright, in comes Pylo Sand. Nice. They have Sludge Bomb. And Scorching Sands, I think, is... Wait, no. I think they could have either or, but I think they usually go one or the other. I think it's just... I think they go Shadow Ball Sludge Bomb. Yeah, so... Shadow Ball Sludge Bomb, which means Magmortar isn't weak to the ground. They don't have the ground move. They don't have the ground move for Rhydon either. I think maybe we go more Pico. Or we could go Magmortar. They could have Scorching Sands still, is the problem too. How much does Magmortar do to a Pylo Sands? This guy's really bulky. I think we do a lot. But Morpeko could actually do damage to the Snorlax. Even knocking off items on this would be kind of nice on Decidueye. So I kind of like going into this, and I think we go for the knockoff just because removing the item could be worth it. Then we can Parting Shot. And I don't think we want to. I want to go Thwacky, but I don't think we should. I could go Jumpluff and Synthesis. If we go Quillfish, our Intimidate's not going to do it. I think maybe we go Jumpluff. We'll just Synthesis. All right, triple arrows. You know, we could just kill them. So let's just Synthesis. Because I think you switch into Pylosand. All right. And now we've seen the Sludge Bomb. So that'd be what they go for, right? If we go Rhydon, we can get up our own rocks. We get the poison. Is it worth it? Or we could just high horsepower. I don't know. Let's get up rocks. I don't think it'll hurt. Then we can go back in a Jumpluff. All right, triple arrows. Now I think we acrobatics. In comes Quillfish. They are leftovers. Okay, my bad. Now, are they going to Gunk Shot again? Or are they going to SD here? So they're leftovers, SD, 3 attacks. Gunk Shot, Liquidation, Aqua Jet. We've been using this to pivot into the Decidueye over and over again. We're not going to be able to pivot into it again if we don't Synthesis anyway. So I'm kind of tempted to Synthesis than Encore. If they SD. All right, we're just dead. They might be dead to the Aqua Jet now. Or Grassy Glide. Quillfish, SD. Terra Grass, they are. And that would take a lot. I think we could just Grassy Glide. I don't know how much we're going to do to it, though. But with the rocks, I mean, we'll be doing a little bit more. $24. Okay. I kind of like Quillfish here. Okay, they roost. Now we could Gunk Shot or pivot. I think we pivot, even though we're going to give Pylosand a boost. Or we just Gunk Shot, and then we're going to have to hard switch into something on the Pylosands. But if we Gunk Shot, we could potentially kill this. I think I'd rather Gunk Shot. 7. No poison. Kind of want to go more Pico on their Shadow Ball. And then maybe we can knock off another item. Okay, Decidueye comes back. We can Parting Shot again. And I mean, what did they do last time? Oh, they just hard switched. So now they can definitely just go for the pivot here. I think we have to go Quillfish. We're getting chipped down. They get the Intimidate on us this time. We're Scarf though. But Quillfish on Quillfish, it's like whoever gets the Intimidate is the one that comes out on top, I think. No terrain. We'll 3-hit KO with Gunk Shot. Yeah, I think we Gunk Shot. Gunk Shot. All right, we're hitting them now. All right, then we can go more Pico and kill with Rapid Spin, actually, right? Yeah, we could. I kind of like that. And try and kill with Rapid Spin. I'm surprised they did that, but it worked out for them. I don't think we're killing, but I don't think they have the ground move, so I think we Aura Wheel. And now we can kill with Knockoff. That's pretty big. Kind of. The Decidueye comes out. Is there a reason on a Rapid Spin? I don't know. If we Parting Shot, what are we going to? Rhydon is what we need for Snorlax. This, I'm kind of tempted just to hit them. Just gonna hit them. All right, and then we'll go. No, I'm so bad. Well, I deserve that. They're gonna go U-turn, I think. Yeah, my bad, guys. I was thinking between Magmortar or Thwackey there. U-turn's not gonna kill this. Magmortar, we could go and Fire Blast, and then they get to go Snorlax, but last time we were in that situation, they just attacked. So I'm guessing that's probably what would have happened again, and I would have gone Rhydon. I guess on the one positive side, we're poisoned, so we're not going to get paralyzed, but rocks plus poison plus switching into Body Slam, we're going to take a lot of damage, and they still have the Decidueye that resists everything that Rhydon does. So, yeah. But I feel like a little happier about how that one went, even though I lost to the timer. But I think we would have lost to them. Really, but yeah, my bad. Well, unfortunately, I think we gotta call it there for time's sake. Also, it's taking me a little bit to find a battle, but I do have some thoughts that I think would be helpful for trying out Jumpluff next time. I think don't go Encore. I think we go Seed Bomb, even though it sucks ass. It would have been nice to have versus the Pylosand. I think it doesn't make contact too, which is kind of cool. And I think Terra types, you probably want Terra Steel or maybe Terra Poison. Terra Steel would let you, resist flying and be immune to poison and resist rock. You lose that kind of thing you can do versus fire types and being immune to Will-O-Wisp. But we do have another fire type. And then Infiltrator's probably the better ability, even though it sounded really fun. But yeah, I think if we had Seed Bomb, that could have been pretty nice. And Terra Steel would have been pretty nice, because seeing how much their Shadow Ball does from Pylosand, it did 31 to 37 or something. Obviously in that one game I hard switched into Jumpluff, so like it wouldn't have worked in that one, but I think that could have helped Jumpluff to do a little bit more. I don't know if Synthesis versus Strength Sap might just be the better. It is like you get more out of it. It doesn't just heal you, it drops their attack. So Synthesis doesn't do that. So there's not really, I think Strength Sap offers more utility and stuff and is still healing. But yeah, I kind of like the idea of Synthesis, but Strength Sap and Seed Bomb probably instead of Encore. Besides for that, I don't know if, maybe we should just go with SD Quillfish, but it was kind of nice to have the Scarfer. But opposing Quillfishes were a problem. But again, Terra Steel would help Jumpluff actually quite a lot. If we had Terra Steel, oh yeah, dude, Terra Steel Strength Sap would have helped so much versus Quillfish. We're immune to the poison move. We could just drop their attack. We get a default +1 boost. The problem is they were kind of switching into us and giving us the Intimidate, but I think that would help. Also, I was thinking another reason is we have a fire type, so like Terra Fire, still Sun could be a big problem. Like Magmortar can't help that much versus Sun, even though it does resist fire and grass. But yeah, it's probably better. Maybe you keep Chlorophyll, honestly. Maybe Infiltrator's not that great, but Morpeko was pretty nice. I got to use this guy more as a Rapid Spinner. It was really fun. And Thwackey was fantastic. Magmortar and Quillfish. Magmortar, when we got it in, it wasn't bad. Quillfish, like I said, is kind of tricky for me. but I'm sure I could use it better. And then Rhydon wasn't bad, but I mean, the Hisuian Decidueye, you know, kind of bullies this thing. It's not very good since it's both of its stabs are resisted, but I know I could have played better too. But yeah, sorry for the kind of disappointing one to end it on. And I don't think we really got Jumpluff to do much of anything, but I think we learned a little bit, and it was still fun using some grassy terrain and getting to use Jumpluff. So I got it in quite a few times, even if it didn't ever sweep. But thank you guys for hanging out. If you're interested in trying out the team, I'll put a Pokepaste in the description. And that'll be it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.